I'm here today to tell you, don't let anyone undermine and overlook your achievements just because they did not come with fame. They did not come with a whole lot of fortune. Don't let anyone do that. Hi everyone, this is Miss Nawundu. Welcome again back to the channel. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you that you've been continuing to watch and sharing and commenting when you have been commenting, although you're really quiet. I just want to get straight into what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about you and your achievements, me and my achievements. So much of the time we spend overlooking and undermining our achievements and having our achievements being overlooked and undermined because we live in such a materialistic world that says for it to be considered, an achievement, it has to come with the fact that, oh, now you are a millionaire, a multimillionaire or a multi-billionaire. And so a lot of people out here have worked hard, have achieved a lot of things, and have seen goals through, had visions, have made goals, and they've seen those things through. And sure, they might not have come with being a celebrity, they might not have come with being a multi-millionaire, but they've come with the fact that you've achieved it, and that thing that you set your heart and your mind out to do, you've achieved. Yet people are undermining those things, and don't let people are undermining those things about themselves and overlooking them. I'm here today to tell you, don't let anyone undermine and overlook your achievements just because they did not come with fame, they did not come with a whole lot of fortune. Don't let anyone do that. It's an achievement. If you set a goal, if you had a vision and you set goals and you went through the steps and you did what was required and you put in the amount of all that you had to put in and lived up to the capacity of the vision that you had and you achieved it, it's an achievement, whether it came with money or not, whether it came with fame or not, whether it came with being recognized on a world stage or not. And you need to stop doing that. You need to stop letting people overlook and undermine your achievements and convince you into overlooking and undermining and small playing and downplaying your achievements because they don't come with all this bravado attached to them, all this materialistic stuff attached to them. We live in such a materialistic world, we live in such a, externalities concerned world that, people are walking around thinking they're failures and that they haven't achieved anything. Even, I was having this kind of feeling and this kind of sense going on with me, and God just intervened and said, don't do that. Don't you undermine your achievements just because they didn't come with fame or fortune. Don't you undermine your achievements just because they didn't come with everyone knowing about it. And it wasn't put on a world stage for everyone to see it and know it. People are undermining the work that they do, the things that they achieve because, they're not on world stages and they're not in show business. And so they think it doesn't matter, but it matters. It matters that you have achieved the things that you've achieved. Great or small, it matters that you've achieved them. Fame, fortune, or not, it matters that you've achieved them. Those are your achievements. The only things aren't only achievements just because they brought you fame and fortune. Things are achievements because you set goals and you achieved those goals and you lived up to the capacity that was inside of you, and you saw things come to life that were once in your mind. Those are achievements. That's what makes something an achievement, not that people knew about it, not that you became famous off of it, not that you became rich off of it. It's a bonus if all those things happen, but my goodness, if they don't happen, it doesn't happen in that way. It doesn't mean nothing happened. It doesn't mean that you didn't achieve. It doesn't mean that you didn't go and get. You didn't plan. You didn't set goals, and you know, it doesn't mean that you didn't achieve your goals. You absolutely did. And you know, God is just telling me to tell you, as He told me, don't let anyone undermine your achievements. Don't downplay your achievements just because they don't come with fame and fortune. You are probably sitting wherever you are, full of a list of achievements, overlooking them, undermining them because, well, they didn't come with money, they didn't come with fame. And you are shortchanging yourself for all the effort you have put in. Stop shortchanging yourself. Stop undermining yourself. Stop overlooking yourself. There'll be enough of that coming from the world. It doesn't need to come also from you. You need to start counting everything that you've achieved and celebrate it, and find a way to celebrate it for yourself and highlight it for yourself and hold it in high regard for yourself, if no one else will. Truly my encouragement to you right now is go get a piece of paper and go get a pencil or a pen and write it down and recall all the things that were once in your head that you have seen through into becoming reality. Write them down, you know, write those things that you've achieved as if you were writing, you know, a biography for someone whom you really admired, and just write each and every single little thing, you know. You know, that critical voice will say, you don't have a big car, you don't have a big house, you don't have, you know, the lavish lifestyle. Why are we supposed to buy into the fact that you achieved these things? Because they were achieved. They were once in my head, and I did whatever was required to get them up out of my head and to get up myself and do what was required, and I've achieved those things and I've seen those things come to life. So write a list down, you know, write a list down and think really hard, and don't overlook anything, the great things, the small things. And you really need to dig, and you really need to begin calling your achievements achievements, regardless of what happened, whether you got exploited, whether you got robbed, whether you got treated badly. If it was an achievement, it was an achievement. Count it and stand by it and stand on it, that you have been successful. And your success is not measured, my success is not measured by things, it's measured by the goals were achieved. And that's what it is. Have you achieved the goal, the thing that you set out to do? If the answer is yes, then you have achieved. You cannot equate that to what do I have to show for it. That's not, don't do that. That's a lie. That's a critical mindset, and you really need to set yourself free from that kind of mindset to a freedom that allows you to appreciate what has been achieved, to appreciate what you have learned, to appreciate what you have seen through, and to celebrate it and to enjoy it and to highlight it. I admonish you to really just find ways. I encourage you to really just find ways to highlight your achievements and talk about your achievements openly, and don't hide them. And you know, that critical voice will say you're a show off. Talk about your achievements anyway, and don't hide them, and don't downplay them, and don't overlook them, and begin to practice that in your life. And you know, and you'll see that you'll begin to believe in yourself again. You know, you really begin to understand yourself as an achiever, regardless of, and what do you have to show for that? You have to show for it that you achieved it. What else does, what else needs to happen? You achieved it. That's what you have to show for it, that you brought it up out of your head and you made it a reality. Or you and God, you know, you worked, you cooperated with God to make it a reality. And you worked as a team, in a team with God, to make that thing that He placed in your heart, to make it a reality. You will really begin to define success according to your own terms, and terms that are true, you know, terms that are authentic, terms that are not, you know, you fooling yourself, but really understanding success according to your own terms and defining them according to your own terms, and not you know, having to live up to someone else's expectation of you having achieved, you know. It's no longer your duty. It's no longer your duty to convince people by buying things and putting on an act and putting on a costume, to convince them that you've achieved the things that you set out to do and that you're successful. It's no longer your work. It's not your duty. You don't have to do that anymore. You just need to know what your achievements are and stand by them, and know that they have been achieved, and that's the truth, and you are dealing with the facts that they have been achieved. Anyway, I love you. I really want you to get it. If you have any questions about this or any thoughts about this, please talk to me in the comments section below, and continue to just write to me as well. Feel free to write to me at msnobuntu@gmail.com. And if you want to just talk a little more at length about what I've been talking about here, but I would prefer that you put it in the comments section, because so that everyone can hear and benefit from the conversation.